nobody was fighting each other. We were in a very bad time in boxing. Everybody was scared of each other. Everybody was ducking each other. Everybody was trying to protect the O. Let's do it, you know? There's no more waiting. Let's just get it on.
Ryan Garcia has once again sparked talk of his rivalry with Gervonta Davis after publicly asking for a second fight during an appearance on Stephen A. Smith's program. Garcia made it clear that he is eager to step back into the ring with Davis and finally resolve a score between them.
Tank fight again. I would love to. I think he needs to clean some of his act up and get back in the sport. We all want to see him back, including myself, so I could run it back with him. But I don't think we're going to fight for...
Ryan Garcia also expressed strong confidence in a potential rematch, stating that he believes he would stop Gervonta Davis before the final bell. According to Garcia, he expects to dictate the action throughout the contest and come away with a decisive victory.
I'm going to knock out Gervonta Davis. I promise you. Hear my words. This is my moment. This is my time. He will not beat me. There's nothing terrifying about this guy. I'm going to beat him so easy. He's going to be like, ooh, sprinkle. Boom.
Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis has also shown interest in running it back with Ryan Garcia. Davis indicated that he is open to the matchup and prepared to step into the ring if the rematch becomes a reality.
Hopefully I fight Ryan again. If they're not on some host, I text that ass again. Tell them boys to give me 150 M's. I'm coming. You know what I mean? When I start streaming out that, niggas start talking that, stop it.
At the same time, Conor McGregor voiced his support for a rematch between Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis, suggesting that the outcome of their first clash makes another showdown an easy fight to promote. While backing the idea of a second bout, McGregor favored Davis to come out on top again, pointing to his precise counterpunching and the momentum he gained from their earlier meeting as important factors.
That's what right? Why not? You know, they've already made the match, so it'll be easy to get done again. There's a storyline to it. He doesn't have to cut, he doesn't have to rehydrate, or he's allowed to rehydrate. Right. I think it's a story, it's easily made. You know, in boxing, the matches are so hard to make. Right. So, like, you think about all the other contenders from Monday to face, Stephen Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Vasily Lomachenko. Right. They're all difficult fights to make. But here you got two guys have already fought. You know, it's said there's a story. I'd like to see it again.
Yeah. You think Ryan could eventually beat Tank?
No, it's a tough ask.
Right.
But that extra bit of weight, when you don't got to dehydrate or you're allowed to rehydrate, right, it makes a difference. Right. Sure. Yeah. And it wasn't the body shot that dropped him instantly. He took it, he went back, thought about it, and then he went down.
Well,
it wasn't a shot that ended him.
Right.
It was a shot that over time. You know, if he was allowed rehydrate, that made a difference.
Andre Ward also viewed a potential rematch between Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia as a competitive fight, though he gave Davis a slight advantage. He said Davis has developed into a more complete fighter. Ward added that Davis now fights with more patience and strategy, creating opportunities carefully rather than aggressively chasing an early finish.
I think you gotta favor Tank 55, 45, 60, 40, whatever it is, because just when you watch him, you see pedigree. And Ryan's got pedigree too. Came up in the amateur system the whole nine, but I see more seasoned. I see more, just see more with Tank.
Like he says, complete.
I can see him, he can do more. And I see a high IQ. People talk about the power, but you got to think about the IQ that set that power up.
Stephen A. Smith also weighed in on a potential matchup between Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis, predicting that the contest would probably end before reaching the final round. While acknowledging Garcia's hand speed as a major asset, he cautioned that engaging in prolonged exchanges with Davis could be risky due to the devastating power he carries in his punches.
Hardest ones for me, man. I don't think Garcia and Tank Davis are going the distance. Somebody get knocked out.
When you say somebody, who? Anybody? What are you saying?
I'm gonna go with Tank Davis. Here's what I'm believing. If Ryan Garcia, with his quickness and his length, stays away, he can do some things. But I think because of all the chirping, he gonna find himself in a situation where he gonna engage with Gervonta Davis. That is a mistake.
It's done.
That is a mistake. You engage with Gervonta Davis, he taking you out. That is what I believe. But be clear, Ryan Garcia is lightning quick, with power, and Gervonta is one of those dudes he don't mind taking just so he can give.
Mickey Ward also believes a matchup between Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis would be an action-packed battle with several momentum shifts throughout the fight. While expecting a competitive contest, he gave a slight advantage to Davis, citing his ability to remain composed in tense moments and capitalize on defensive mistakes whenever an opponent creates an opening.
Thoughts on Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis?
Wow, that's another one, you know what I mean? Tank Davis, I think, is a stronger fighter. Tank's my guy. I like Tank. I love Tank Davis. He's my guy. I'm gonna go with him. But Ryan Garcia, what a great fighter, you know. He's long, he's got long arms, he's tall, he's got the reach, but I think Tank has that. He has that will. He has that grit, man. But he just fights through and fights, and I think he'll come out on top. But again,
Oscar De La Hoya argued that Ryan Garcia was not at his best physically when he stepped into the ring, suggesting that the weight conditions left him drained and unable to perform at full strength. He also expressed the view that a matchup with Gervonta Davis would be extremely difficult for Garcia, pointing to Davis's overall skill set and ability to end fights decisively as major advantages.
They make mistakes. I felt so bad for Ryan because he was up.
Yeah.
He was a dead man. He reminded me of me when I fought Pacquiao. Okay. And then when the next day you can weigh a certain amount.
Probably couldn't get over 140.
There's no chance he's gonna win against Tank, who's a beast. No chance.
Oscar De La Hoya also questioned how Ryan Garcia would fare against Gervonta Davis without a rehydration clause, saying the outcome was difficult to predict. He praised Davis's skill, his ability to break opponents down, and noted that his exciting style has made him one of boxing's biggest stars.
Does he beat Tank if he doesn't have the rehydration clause? I don't know. I just do not know, because Tank, like I said, is very skillful. He's a beast. He knows how to figure you out. But one thing about Tank, which I love, and this is why he's gonna be great, because he fights. And when you fight, you're gonna get hit. And when you fight, you're gonna get hit and you might get knocked out. But that's the beauty about Tank.
That's why they love him.
He fights, and that's why they love him. That's a perfect example.
Right.
Tank Davis is a star.
Joe Rogan praised Ryan Garcia as a dangerous fighter when he is at his best, pointing to his timing and rhythm as qualities that make him hard to predict. He also highlighted Garcia's fast combinations and ability to move in and out of range effectively. Rogan added that Garcia's left hook is one of his biggest weapons because of its speed and accuracy.
Against Gervonta,
he's a problem. He's going to be a problem
for everybody.
He's going to be a problem, bro.
Speed is bananas.
Yeah.
You ever see him shadow box, like throw combinations?
Oh, yeah, bro.
Like,
oh, yeah.
Is this sped up?
Oh,
How
yeah.
are you so fast?
Yeah. It's not fair.
He might have one of the fastest left hooks I've ever seen.
For sure.
I mean, it's right up there with everybody, all the great left hookers of the past.
But the crazy thing is, like, bro, he don't even bring it out. He just goes from right here.
Right there.
Pop!
Roy Jones Jr., meanwhile, expressed the view that Gervonta Davis has managed his career with a thoughtful approach, frequently selecting opportunities that balance reward with a lower level of risk. He explained that since this strategy has produced positive results throughout Davis's career, there is a strong argument for continuing to make carefully considered choices when planning future bouts.
Definitely should, because, I mean, his mentor did basically the same thing, so why can't he do it? You know what I'm saying? He made more money than anybody. He was smarter than everybody. He didn't take too many stupid risks. That's what he did, and it worked for him, and people okay with that and accepting it, so why can't Tank do it? Tank can do the same thing the mentor did. That's what the mentors, to teach you how to do this thing the smart way and not get you hurt, not have to take no risk, not to take many chances. So if that's what you learn, if that's the easy way out, why not do that? But y'all gave him credit for it, so y'all can't give him credit for it. He can do the same thing that this guy did. Everybody had their own mentors, their own pound for pounds, their own people they want to be like. If he want to be like that guy that y'all say is great and was one of the best ever, why can't he do it? So I'm cool with whatever he say.
Ryan Garcia announced that he is scheduled to return to the ring on September 12th in Las Vegas and confirmed that Conor Benn will be standing across from him. Garcia noted that Benn is already a well-known name among boxing fans and emphasized that the fight has been finalized for that date.
September 12th,
It will be in Vegas. Whew. And the opponent, let's just say he's from the other side.
Are you going to fight?
He's across the pond. I'm sorry. Across the pond.
Yeah. I thought maybe he was from outer space. Like, all right, this is a lot of UFO talk and stuff like that. So I don't know if it was real. Okay, so he's from and you know him. You think that you might.
I'll just say his name, just because I love the show. His name is Conor Benn.
Continuing the conversation about Conor Benn, Ryan Garcia stated that he believes he has what it takes to defeat Benn at the 147-pound division and described him as an opponent he would gladly take on. Garcia also mentioned his desire to make defenses of his championship while still pursuing major fights against some of the sport's biggest names.
I'm going to make these fights happen, and I know I could beat these guys. Conor Benn, of course, 147, I would love to defend my title, and if that happens, let's do that too.
Conor Benn, meanwhile, sent a clear message regarding the championship, declaring that he intends to take possession of the belt when the opportunity arrives. He emphasized that his attention is locked on the September showdown and expressed complete readiness for the challenge, displaying strong belief in his chances as the fight approaches.
Yeah. Garcia, I want my belt. Keep my belt warm. September, let's go. Any day of the week, twice on Sundays. 10 rounds easy. Garcia, you're next. Keep my belt warm.
Coach Stephen Breadman Edwards slightly favored Ryan Garcia, saying he has more natural ability. However, he noted that Garcia can struggle when opponents apply heavy pressure early in a fight. He also believes Conor Benn's aggressive, physical style could be effective by forcing close-range action and disrupting Garcia's timing and rhythm.
Towards Ryan, because I think Ryan is the better, just natural talent. But if it starts close to the fight, because Ryan is skillful, but he's not like the most physically imposing guy. You could push him around a little bit. And Ben's a little bit ultra aggressive and a little bit forceful with his body, and he's fought at 160 pounds. So he can like maul Ryan and brawl him and stuff, and fight like a messy kind of fight and throw him off a little bit.
Breadman Edwards predicted that Ryan Garcia would appear to be the more polished boxer in a fight with Conor Benn, crediting Garcia's strong background in the amateur system. He also noted that several respected fighters from the same generation have spoken highly of Garcia's talent, viewing him as one of the most naturally skilled competitors to emerge from his amateur class.
I think that Ryan is going to look better than Conor Benn, because from everything I know about Ryan was the man in the amateurs. Even guys like Shakur and Devin, they kind of give Ryan his props for being a real good amateur fighter. A lot of the kids that are in his age bracket, kids that are 1 or 2 years within each other, they all say that Ryan was the real deal as an amateur.
Reyes' progress also gave Ryan Garcia the advantage in terms of overall boxing ability, highlighting his hand speed, powerful left hook, and punching strength as major assets. At the same time, he acknowledged that Conor Benn's determination and desire to prove himself could make the contest much closer than some expect, as highly motivated fighters are often dangerous opponents. Progress ultimately suggested that although Garcia may hold the edge in skill, Benn's relentless mindset and ambition add an unpredictable element that makes the fight compelling.
Ryan does have better skill. Ryan is fast, big hook and stuff like that, but Conor has power, and power can change everything, bro. When you got power, one punch can change everything. So I think it'll be a very interesting fight. Like I said, I think that skill-wise, of course, I lean more towards Ryan. But Conor's hungry. It's hard to beat somebody that's hungry, that wants to be a champion. It's hard to beat.
Meanwhile, Ola Afolabi pointed out that Conor Benn remains active in training year-round and could be in a better position to manage his weight preparation for this fight. He also stated that if Ryan Garcia enters the ring at his absolute best, Benn will face a very difficult task. Even so, Afolabi expects Benn to maintain his aggressive approach, pushing the action from the outset and helping create a fast-paced, explosive contest.
Interesting to see how Conor Benn physically looks. I just went onto Conor Benn's Instagram page. He's always training. So I guess he has to stay around a certain weight now so that weight cut isn't difficult. Because at 150, he still looked didn't look right for me at 150. It's been a long time though that his body's got down to that weight. So yeah, I think he will probably start from a lighter point just to make that final weight cut easier. But look, if it's the Ryan Garcia that turned up against Barrios, Conor's got an issue. But Conor Ben will fight. That's one thing. Like, try and remove, if you can, close your eyes. Try and remove whatever dislike you have for Conor Ben. Just think of the matchup here. And Conor Ben will try and take his head off. Will he be successful at taking his head off? I do not know. But we know, at least we know, he will try and fight to the death. And I'm not mad at it. I think it'll be an exciting fight for as long as it lasts. And then we'll see what...
Carl Froch believes Ryan Garcia holds a clear advantage in the matchup and expects the fight to be mostly one-sided. He questioned whether Conor Ben has faced the level of competition needed to prepare for a challenge like this. Froch also argued that Ben's resume does not yet prove he belongs among the elite. In his view, Garcia's speed, athleticism, and movement would be too much for Ben, making Garcia the obvious favorite.
Gets absolutely splattered. I've got to be honest, I don't think he's got a chance. He's not there yet. And I've said it before, and he gets the ump with me for saying it. But who's he beat? What's he done? Who's his biggest win?
Chris Eubank.
You can't say it's a big win. This guy finished Eubank years ago. And Eubank lost a couple of fights. He got battered by Liam Smith. And that's a level. It's like, what's Eubank done to warrant Conor Ben saying, I'm ready for world titles like this against this guy? I know he's just now become a new world champion, and it'd be a good fight. But for me, I just think Ryan got...
Carl Froch also acknowledged that the matchup is an attractive one for fans, but he cautioned that it could be a dangerous move for Conor Ben at this point in his career. In his view, Ben would benefit from facing a proven world-level opponent first before taking on a challenge as demanding and high stakes as a fight with Ryan Garcia.
I'd want to see.
Yeah.
Conor Ben
I'd want to
against
see
Ryan
the
Garcia, I
build-up.
want to see it, but I just think it's a dangerous fight for Conor Ben, and I don't think he wants to be chucked in with a dangerous fight straight away. I think you need an interim fight at world level before you jump in with someone like...
Bernard Hopkins called the fight a fan-friendly matchup, noting that both fighters have flaws, but still attract plenty of interest. He believes Ryan Garcia holds the stylistic advantage because of his boxing skills and ability to control distance against Conor Ben. Hopkins also suggested Garcia could follow a similar strategy to previous fights by keeping Ben at range and dictating the pace of the action.
Good fight. It's a big fight. You know, I think both of those guys' skill sets are limited, but, you know, with, I guess, the fan fare that they have, you know, it'll be a big fight.
Stylistically, what do you think it looks like?
I think Ryan outboxes him. I think I think he's going to piggyback off what he did against Barrios. Conor Ben is a lot shorter, and you know, I think he's going to piggyback off of that and probably dominate Conor Ben.
George Groves added his perspective by calling the matchup an attractive option that may be somewhat more achievable than other major fights, though he still recognized the dangers involved. He highlighted Conor Ben's forward pressure style as a key factor that makes him an exciting competitor, noting that recent high-level bouts have contributed to his growth. Groves also pointed out that Ben appears to be carrying solid momentum heading into this phase of his career, and he expects a fight with Ryan Garcia to deliver both entertainment and a closely contested battle.
The Shakur fight.
Yeah. And more winnable.
And more winnable. So yeah, it's more dangerous in some ways, but it's more winnable in others. And I think that's a fight that I would be really excited for, to be honest. I'd really, because I think Conor Ben, whether like he's limited or unproven in certain ways, he's got an exciting style, and he's good to watch. He's fun to watch, and he's coming off a massive high. And he's a much better fighter now than he was a year ago, just through having those two camps, fights, the whole process against Eubank, performing on the highest stage, coming back from a loss to avenge it in a great way. And maybe it might be flattering because Chris Eubank was so finished, but yeah, I think the Garcia fight, I think it's a great.
And that wraps up today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future boxing updates and analysis.